Well, are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, let me congratulate NC State for the effort, the fight in their football team. That is a well-coached football team, and I mean, I can't say enough good things about them and how they played, how they competed. We had to withstand a whole lot in this ball game tonight, and then a lot of credit to their fan base too. Great crowd. You know, this is a great venue to come and play a ball game, and you know, Coach Dorn and the staff, they've done a good job. They got it going. So hats off to them. But at the end of the day, for us, you know, back-to-back road wins is not easy. You know, it's not always going to be beautiful like last week. As I told the team, you know, sometimes you got to put lipstick on a pig and you got to roll with it. That's your date for the night, and that's kind of the story of the night. We made enough mistakes to lose the game, but we made plenty of plays to win. And really proud of our football team. If you're gonna have a great year, you gotta win all kind of different ways, all kind of ways. And so far this year, we've done it about all. We've stopped 2-point conversions on the last play. We've played in hurricanes. We've overcome, you know, unbelievable momentum swings in a ball game. And just proud of our guys. This is the third-ranked defense in the country, and we come in and put up 620-something yards. We had 7 different guys score touchdowns, 3 of them freshman wideouts. Deshaun Watson showed why I think he's the best quarterback in the country. 23 of 30, incredibly efficient, threw 5 touchdown passes, made some plays with his legs. I mean, just, you know, unbelievable performance by Wayne Gallman. 172 yards. I think that's, you know, he's disappointed. They got points off the turnover. I think that's the first time that he's put the ball on the ground, up 20 right there at the end. Kind of let him get a little life. So, you know, again, we overcame a lot of things defensively. B.J. Goodson was awesome. I think he had 3 tackles for loss. We had 5 sacks. Should have had about 6 more. But, man, we couldn't get that guy on the ground to save our life. That quarterback is a full-grown man, and he's a gamer. He has got a lot of savviness to him. I don't know how many times we had him or thought we had him, and somehow or another he was able to escape and get the ball off, extend the play. Just a tremendous job by them. And then special teams, we made enough mistakes to lose, obviously, but we made enough plays to win too. You know, 3 for 3 on field goals, none bigger than right there at the end. But man, we got a lot we got to clean up in all areas, to be honest with you. But you know, the hands team, Renfro coming up with a big onside. I mean, I don't know what didn't happen in that game. I mean, it was a crazy football game. But at the end of the day, to come up here and win by 15, and to get the stops on defense when we had to have them, and again to put up 600-something yards on the 3rd best defense in the country, you know, just really proud of our team and how they fought. A lot of heart from this team, you know, a lot of heart, and you know, we had a slow start and came back and answered, and then we got down again, came back and answered. To take the lead right there before the half was a huge momentum swing. With all the stuff that happened in the first half, still be up 6. We were pretty fortunate there. But the 3rd quarter, I thought we flexed our muscles and really showed some dominance. And then again, just a couple of miscues in the 4th quarter, you know, kind of let them back in it. But good to see our guys not flinch and to continue to play all the way to the end.
Dabo, as you continue to win, it's like building a resume for the end of the season. Did you feel that you added to that with the first vote coming up next week by the playoff committee?
Well, I mean, we're 8-0, and that's really all that matters for us, is that we got a chance to clinch our division next week, you know, with a win over the team that's been the best team in this conference the last few years, Florida State. So that's all our focus is. I mean, we're just trying to win the division. That's our next goal. Our next goal is to not be in the poll or whatever on November the 2nd or 3rd. We want to be in that poll December the 5th or whenever, 6th. That's when we want to be there. And so they're not going to give any mid-season trophies on November the 3rd where the first poll is. I think we're a team, obviously, that's in the hunt. We've earned that. It's fun to be in November going into the championship run. to be in the conversation, that's a blast. That's where we want to be. I mean, we embrace that, but we want to be there December the 6th, and so for that to happen, we got to try to get a win this week. We got to win the division. We got to get to that ACC championship game, and win this conference. And if we do that, then hey, we got all kind of other opportunities that come along with that. So again, we're 8-0. We've won a lot of different ways, but this was we knew this was going to be a tough, hard-fought game, and it was. But you still win by 15, but it felt like 2. The whole time. It was just a crazy game, and give them credit for that.
Yeah, but you put up 58 and 56 in consecutive road games. What's the transformation been like for your offense?
Well, I mean, hats off to the offensive line. I mean, we had a couple of miscues, in the second quarter, and but I mean, we rushed for 240 yards and threw for 383. That's the thing that I've been talking to all you local guys about is the best part of our team right now is we can win a lot of different ways. We're built to run it, and we're built to throw it. I mean, and we haven't always been able to do that. So you got to give credit to the OL. Those guys have been tremendous. I mean, again, 58, 56 on the road, and not just this team. Boston College was the #1 defense in the country, and they're probably still up there in the top few. And we put 500 something on them. So my credit goes to the guys in the trenches because they make the magic happen. And then I think we got a quarterback that is special. He's special.
Speaking of Deshaun, talk about how calm he was, even when every time they'd make a big play, either get the lead, take the lead, or come back in the game, he would come right back out there and lead you back down for a score.
That's just who he is. I mean, he's just like that all the time. He's not an emotional guy. He plays with a lot of emotion, but he's not an emotional guy, and just a winner. I mean, he just brings a presence and a poise and a calmness to his teammates that is special. It makes everybody else better. Yeah, he missed one throw, one. And I believe it was the first possession of the third quarter. Sharon just ran right by the guy, and he just missed it. If he hits that, that's another big play. You get it in 19's hands with that type of grass, but he missed it. He didn't miss many. Even the ball to Leggett, I thought he gave Leggett a chance to make a play on the ball and give their kid credit for making a good competitive play. But he was on the money all night long. Made a couple of tight slant throws. Artavis made a couple of tight plays to extend some drives. So he made all kind of plays all throughout the game, and just a gutsy performance by that young man. He's a hard guy to fool, and he just prepares. What you see on Saturdays is a result of what he does Monday through Friday, and I sure am glad he's on our team. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but what's the difference? Like you said, it's fun. You embrace the spotlight that you're going to get this week, and perhaps longer, hopefully. What's the difference between the fun and maybe distraction?
I mean, distraction is. I mean, we control what gets in here. I mean, you control it. I mean, we're not. This ain't kindergarten. I mean, these guys, they got to understand that they're grown men, and we treat them that way. They know what's at stake. So we're gonna do everything we can to keep them from getting distracted by continuing to do what we do, and making sure that again they understand, and our guys understand that. I mean, this time, as I told y'all, this time last year, Georgia Tech wasn't even ranked, and they finished 9th in the country. This time last year, Ohio State was like 14, 15 or something like that, and won the national championship. So we're not ready to pick the grand marshal for the parade just yet. We'll keep them dialed in. That's what we do. That's part of it. But this is a mature team with great leadership, and they like to play. So they show up to practice, and we're gonna have a great week this week because we know what we got in Florida State. A great football team.
Now, this one tested you in different ways than any other game this season. What did you see with the way they responded?
Heart, guts, toughness, mental toughness, perseverance. Listen, I've been doing this a long time, and you get in some of these games and you get on the road, and man, that ball gets rolling against you. It's hard to turn it back. I've been a part of it here. it's hard to turn it back. All of a sudden, crazy things start happening, and guys kind of get that look, that glassy look in their eye. I never saw any of that. Saw some guys frustrated with a couple of plays here and there, but never any doubt whatsoever that we would win the football game. We just kept playing. We got a lot. We'll grow from this. Last week was great. Everything was hunky-dory and easy. But we got a lot we can get better from this game, and this is the challenge that we need going into a Florida State game. I promise you, we'll have their full attention this week with the type of practice that we're going to have and the correction on some of these mistakes that we had.
Just talk about the offensive distribution and the scoring, because it wasn't just one guy. Like everybody got in. Everybody was involved.
Well, I think that's when we're at our best. When we involve a lot of people. Some games it's one guy, and other games it's another guy. I think we had 5 different guys catch touchdown passes and 7 different guys score touchdowns. You don't see that very often. But we have fun. Our guys know that they have opportunity to get the ball. Really proud of the 3 freshmen. Renfro made some huge plays for us. Ray, what a great, executed play, great double move. We've been kind of holding on to that one the whole game, waiting on the right moment. And then Dion and Ray. Dion, Ray on that one, and then Dion on the deep ball. Just a huge play in the game. So Sharon Peak, what an awesome play right before the half. Fun. It's fun. Our guys have fun. They know that's why they practice hard. They know that the ball can go anywhere. And then you throw in the fact that I think Gallman might have had 30-something rushes. I don't know how many plays we had. 31 carries for 170-something yards. The guy and our offensive line loves that. They like the big plays. Heck, they were wanting me to throw it down there right there on that last field goal, and I love that. They were calling the play, a little play action play, and I overruled them on that one. I wanted to keep the clock running, get up 15 right there, and be smart with the ball. But I love the mentality that we have with those guys.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
At any point, did you think back to 2012 at y'all's place when y'all had that big shootout with Mike Lennon and Taj, when it was like 60-45?
No, heck no. I can't hardly remember last week. No, I never thought about that. I'll just try and find a way to win tonight. No, but now that you bring it up, that was a crazy one there too.
The young team respond like you wanted it to this week?
Yeah. We had a great week of practice and had a big night tonight. Missed a couple blocks, but had a big night, obviously.
We didn't see Artavis at all in the return game. What went into the decision?
We were just he was a little sore coming into the game, and we were just kind of limited him a little bit. And he made some huge plays in the game, but that was really the mindset. We were just kind of maybe taking a little bit off his plate tonight, and just trying to get him 100%.
Do you want him back in there for the Florida State game at return?
Yeah, we want him touching it as many times as we can get him to touch it.
The tenacity of Hugel to hang on to the starting job.
Yeah, I think he's 10 for 10 in ACC games in field goals. So, we're going to have to get these extra points fixed. I think we gave up penetration inside one time. I think the last one he just kicked it low, I believe. I think it was just a low kick. But he's been money for us. He really has. It'd be nice to have 17 instead of 15 at the end of the game there. You'd feel a little bit better with a 3-score game. So that's how critical those extra points are. So that's something that we'll improve on. But again, give NC State credit, man. Those guys were relentless to try to win that football game. We were just a little better than them.
We got a lot of players outside that are ready for you.
Defensively, how much does it concern you giving up this many points the week before Florida State?
Well, defense didn't give up all those points. We had 2 huge kick returns, and then they made a great play on Cordray, and then we had a turnover. Put them down there that they got a score off of, and they're a good football team. They made some plays, but the biggest disappointment was they busted some runs on us, and we have not been doing that all year. So we'll get that. I promise you, we'll get that coached up and corrected. But hey, at the end of the day, I think they had 380-something yards to our 600-something, and that's why we won by 15.
Thank you, Coach.